Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Noire. So last recording, I was in the middle of a real world thunderstorm, and so for fear of power going out and messing up a recording, I stopped after playing an hour. So it's been another day, another night since I've played. We also were banging our head against the worst follow mission probably in the game, from what I recall, to follow this lady to this liquor store to find the boxer who was supposed to fix the boxing fight and didn't, and is now on the run from several bookies and mobsters that want him dead, including my own partner. I think that's all we need to know. Let's continue.
The heck?
Of course, we followed her to a liquor store.
Hey,
Where is
such a
the
thing as
liquor
soap, you know?
store?
When's America going to understand?
It's over here.
About giving.
It's this.
I survived the war.
So there's the front door, and let's see if there's a back door.
That price is outrageous.
Because if this is a bookie location, something rather dangerous, it would be kind of shocking to them, I imagine, if I came in the opposite way. I guess I don't have that choice, though.
That broad got socked in the steer.
If you were going to try to evaluate this game as an open world game, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I don't think that's really the right way to look at this game, even though that's what they did, is they added an open world to what should have just been the adventure game. It certainly is lacking multiple paths and multiple things to do. And there's some cars over there to go mess with later. We'll see if we can unlock some more
A
cars.
blonde woman just came in here.
She went out the back way. Said she was being watched.
How much did she collect?
$3,600. She cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one. Huge plunge on Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out through the back door.
Nope. She made a phone call over there, wrote something on a notepad, and then left.
This being the 40s and 50s, we can't, like, call the operator and see, or redial and see who called or anything like that.
Old intelligence trick from the Marines.
Now, we've done this before once, but this mechanic has honestly been used only twice in like 20 hours, which seems like a lot of programming for very little reward. That I'm consistently running into that issue. Where it feels like you can see why this game took 11 years to make.
Let's get moving.
Because everybody was working very inefficiently. So I guess this is how they plan to collect the money, is that these bookies seem to not realize that it was fixed, so the middlemen probably weren't aware, and because the middlemen weren't aware, then she can collect the money in small amounts. And see, that's ridiculous. I thought I was gonna come in from the back. We tried that, and the game said no. And it really wouldn't have changed anything anyways.
Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know?
Still don't know why they say that. Have no clue. There's no way to bathe. There's no reason, as far as I can tell, that you would want to This looks like a new car. I'm not sure I've driven in this one before. Guess I have. Maybe it's just the bright yellow standing out. So none of those cars were new. Shame. Let's look at the map and see if we have any crimes. We do. This mission in particular
You're behind the wheel.
is allowing me to do a bunch of street crimes, which I feel like is hurting this story, because we're getting distracted between every single small interaction, and it definitely goes from being about
LAPD, ma'am. Are you all right?
That lowlife! That filthy lowlife!
What happened?
it's kind of surprising they can
I
even
was
get
getting ready
two
to get
different
off and I heard a click.
two different
His camera.
facial monos.
That pervert took a picture of my up my
Which way did he go?
there! That's him! Right there!
Ah, fuck.
That's a giant camera. That I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, in the 40s and 50s, cameras are going to be huge.
Go on, Phelps, get after that creeper.
So we're getting kind of a funny reason to chase a person here, which that more falls in lines with some of what I think you might see in GTA, where there was always this tongue-in-cheek style of comedy. It doesn't make as much sense in this game, because this game has been really deadly serious. We've been chasing murderers and mobsters and really acting like actual police. Now, it's probably rather common for police to run into ridiculous, silly scenarios and have to be professional and not smirk too much. I just hit that person, couldn't do anything about it, really. Having me drive through this area that's clearly not for... Have I lost him? I'm going to flat out trying to catch up. It seems like he slowed down. Darn it. Hey, is that the Chinese theater? Just hit the tree to stop.
Put your hands where I can see them.
You're under arrest for public indecency.
Oh, Christ.
They finally animated the cuffs on the guy. Wow. So we've seen several cutscenes where they didn't animate the cuffs on the guy. Like right here, the cuffs won't be on the guy. But that one single scene they did. Well, we are in a lucky position for a few reasons. On top of distracting ourselves with the side quests, there's a giant parking lot here to hopefully see if I can get this. We need 30 more cars, and the only way I imagine I'm gonna get all of these 30 cars unlocked is by finding several in parking lots like this, or there's actually 30 hidden cars somewhere, which I kind of would be willing to believe. Like, we need some kind of reward for getting to level 19 and level 20, but it would be nicer if the game just said at level 20 you unlock the 30 cars, all cars unlocked or something like that. This one looks like it might be new. There's the Chinese theater over there too, so I don't have a reason to go where I am. Also, it looks like you can climb on top of that building, and that is something I've been wondering about. Alright. Let's ignore those cars over there for a moment. Or for now. Well, this is what I've been questioning, is can you climb up things like this and climb up things like this? Like, it seems almost certainly the case that the only reason you would be able to do this is at some point there is going to be a reason for that. But we can see right now there is no reason for it. How far can you jump? That's something the game hasn't really had us do. There's no silver badges or anything. Well, you can't clearly jump all the way off a building. I'd imagine what the case is if you can climb up, you can probably jump down. Yeah. So that's exactly how it works. The Hotel Roosevelt unlocked. Hold B to view a discovered landmark. Grauman's Theater. Now, I don't know if the film things are, if they are simply uncollectible. Like, here's a silver badge that's DLC, so this wasn't here before. The idea that the police officer would be losing his shield 20 times, since it's all the same number, police badge number, is ridiculous. I imagine if you're not fired the first time you lose your badge, you're probably fired the second time. So this is Hollywood Boulevard. Man, he just knocked her over. And this is Hotel Roosevelt over here. So, I suppose if I wanted to just unlock more landmarks, going up and down Hollywood Boulevard probably is the best way to do it. Like, my heavy suspicion is or at least 10 of the 30 landmarks are probably within eyesight of the street. Considering how the Hotel Roosevelt and the Grauman's Theater is right next to each other. And I imagine that's just the case in the real world, too. So if we looked at the map, Hollywood's not that long even. So here's La Brea and Sunset. Like, I imagine you could do that easily here. I'm gonna come over here and let's see what he says when he takes a car from the police.
I need the vehicle, officer.
Car 11K, 11 King. Further to your request, Bunko Fraud has 3 known bookmakers operating out of storefronts in the Hollywood area. Thrifty Liquor, 6106 Santa Monica, the Examiner Drugstore, and a Max Spirits at 1658 North Cherokee. KGPL clear.
Careful.
So I have to drive specifically how I want to drive. Here, if I want to go all the way down Hollywood and see if that works. Now, there is some weirdness here because either we are going to hit an invisible wall when we get to the edge, or it's just going to be blocked off. And I guess it's just going to be blocked off. Like, Hollywood doesn't just end here. So here you've got some fake construction going on, blocking off it, and everything past that point is not allowed. At a certain point, you have to put a wall somewhere. Since this is supposed to be the real world version of LA, it's supposed to look like the real LA. You can't. You can't go for all of California, all of the United States, all of America, North, Central, and South America, to the point where you then have barriers on the oceans. I imagine if technology can infinitely increase, if storage can infinitely be increased, we might at some point be able to make entire planet 3D models that are heavily detailed and accurate. So there was another one. So that's what I figured, is we'll get at least one thing, and it's good to see that it actually works. It actually allows you to do that while in a car. Of course, this isn't really fun, is it? Like having the game just go for a casual drive. I have to stop. And stop and go traffic is never fun. Not in the real world and not in games. Are you ever gonna move? Is this a really, really long light? Never could figure out if there was a blinker system. There's apparently some different ways you can look at the cars. See, you'd think that was a landmark, but it didn't unlock. So maybe I will only just get one landmark by going down Hollywood. In total, you'll get 3, which is 10% of the 30 landmarks, but if at this rate, it seems like I only got 1 extra. Alright. So, time to stop goofing around. There's a lot of locations going on here. I feel like by the time you're done with this game, you very possibly would have to just drive up and down some of the bigger streets. Or you would just have to maybe pull out a map of landmarks or a walkthrough guide and go to some of these landmarks. And for people who aren't familiar with LA, like, which is most people, it seems kind of oddly specific. Let's go back to Ray's bookmarks. Bookmakers. Where's the guy? Where's my partner? My partner has disappeared, and because my partner's disappeared, I guess I'm gonna have to drive myself to this next location, which is no fun. So wait, out of this parking garage? Not that way. Just keep going. Here's the blue room. Suppose we might be able to hop something out here. Let's see if maybe there's a silver badge or something. Like, we can go to the blue room. Ladies, men, staff. I am noticing that the bathrooms don't seem to be segregated anywhere. Like 40s, 50s, is that not the right time to at least have some remnants of segregated bathrooms? Like, and there's no music playing. It's very odd and awkward here. So, yeah, it certainly seems like they planned for something to happen here. I'm not sure that actually is going to happen ever. Like, in modern buildings now, we typically have 2 or 3 bathrooms. The reason still, however, today that we have, if you see a water fountain anywhere, that there's 2 is actually remnants of them being segregated, usually. And certainly they're, as buildings get remodeled and all, that stuff's being an issue. I've totally lost my partner. I've figured out some way to totally glitch the game. So I want to get off Hollywood. And let's see if we can Oh, here's the prize fixing place. We've kind of gone full circle. We're gonna have a terrible score at the end of this. Hey, look over there on the left in the sky. There was this beam of light that I don't... Maybe that was a glitch or what? Maybe it was with the lanterns. Things are getting dark. I've been saying up to this point, no dynamic, like, time system. And I still don't feel like there really is. So if it's dusk right now, it's because the game intends for it to be dusk. Sure haven't accomplished much so far. And there's really not a great way to speed this up. Apparently our partner is already in investigation mode, from what I can tell. It seems like he's where I'm supposed to be. Or he's stuck somewhere else. Because we see that blue dot. Let's drive by this church. This looks like this might be a landmark. Really?
Damn!
Surprised. Surprised that church wasn't a landmark. So at least stood out as being something worth looking at. Here we go. And our partner magically appears in our
That's
car.
the cab waiting up ahead. She's not in the car. Don't get too close.
She must be inside.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab.
Hammond backed himself to win.
And Candy is picking up the winnings. Smart play.
The question
So
is,
she's not
is
working
Candy
with the
collecting on
bigger.
Albert's behalf, or is she cheating him too?
Hammond is over the hill. He's a punching bag for the up-and-comers. She knows his goddamn place.
I think he knows. I think he worked out the place isn't L.A.
He's punchy. His brain's going to mush. Winston Churchill? Give me a break.
Churchill is a fighter, Roy. Hammond didn't just scribble down the first name he could think of.
Hammond is full of himself, being this sure he was gonna win.
I am stuck. I am stuck in between cars. And we're in another tail sequence. We need to get closer. This mission in particular very much built around tailing people. And
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
it seems really silly that
Careful, we'll get spotted at this distance.
it seems crazy you would put all of the tailing missions in this one mission if it weren't.
That bitch is giving
Just
me what
for-
I'm owed. That's all I know.
It seems like it might be to have us drive by landmarks. It might be to have us walk by areas and look at some of the places they developed. I could also see this being another test demo level where just to show off all of the amazing 3D modeling that they've made. I get the feeling that Team Bondi was overly made up of 3D model,
heading
and
inside.
architectural builders. Not really even any facial animators, because instead they used this new technology instead. By the way, this new technology got an award from the Tribeca Film Festival. I don't know if that's really worth much.
I think I
No.
just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
Let's go incognito.
Olive oil comes from olives. Where does baby oil come from? Wow, that looks like a beauty.
Going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than staying.
So she got shot really fast.
Roy!
And
Call an
she's
ambulance.
bleeding to
Hammond got
death. This is new. We haven't seen anybody get shot.
He said,
Just try and sit still, Candy.
make
Who
me
shot you? Was it Albert?
car.
They're on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
A tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't make it out of town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
So we don't know who shot her and who took the money. But somebody shot her. And now we're in investigation mode. And see, she got shot like as soon as she walked in the bathroom. That the scene, come on, work, game. The scene
32 caliber. One shot fired.
would have worked better if I walked towards the door, started listening at the door, heard some muffled sounds, and then heard a shot, so that we knew some conversations actually happened.
The Egyptian Theater.
And that was the only piece of evidence that we found there.
So, what now?
And so you can't look at a body
much else to
and
go on.
investigate that. And what's funny is we walk right out of here and let's look at the location. We're done with the bus depot. There's still something at the Hotel Lamar we're not sure about. Let's look at the map and see if we have any side quests. Wow, another street crime. Like, they are just handing them out like candy.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
At the very least, we got our partner back, so I don't have to drive anymore. Maybe the fact that I haven't been driving has slowed the progress of unlocking landmarks, though.
11 King, meet the officers at 187, Union and 7. Stand by for further.
11K responding. Go ahead with the further.
11 King, meet the officers at 187 in the alleyway at Union and 7. Suspect is still outstanding. Code 2.
So I need to get in this alleyway, and I think I screwed up my opportunity really to get in the alleyway. Wow, that felt like a lamp just disappeared. Like a street light just despawned.
Last seen falling out of a bar with some goon. He got fresh, he got shy, he got angry. Witness has him late 40s, 6 foot, light shirt, dark trousers. He's got to still be in the vicinity, detective. She's not even cold.
So this is interesting because were actually investigating this side crime. Another dead woman, which seems interesting that they would have this here.
Phelps, check the roof.
Like, I guess it doesn't matter to find evidence here. This is a tiny mission that should have been like a tutorial section in homicide.
There's our suspect.
Like, if we got down, if they went with the seasonal idea, and homicide was season 1, then this would be a good, like, here's how you investigate a body. Although this doesn't really work because this doesn't actually have any evidence in it. This kind of just feels like a unfinished thing. Slam his head against the door. Brain concussion. Again, the same scene with different skins of characters and no handcuffs. They might as well have not animated in that section if they weren't going to do it all the way. Let's look at the map and see if there's perhaps a side crime, a street crime right next to another street crime. Nope. But doing these are helping me reach level 20. So that very much felt like an unfinished section of gameplay. And that's all this street crimes really are. Here's a small section.
She didn't deserve that. Poor girl.
Half-finished sections. And then the whole dialogue just gets skipped. I'm not hitting any buttons or anything, by the way, if you're wondering that. It's just skipping. And that would be an easy patch.
Seems like a long shot. Aren't they all?
To fix.
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. Revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all clear.
bitch. He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
So we don't know if it was a mobster that stabbed her and took the money, or if it was the boxer. And we're going down this way. I don't think we've seen a lot of neon signs. It's kind of out of place to see one neon sign on the sides and everything else not really have that in the rest of the world.
Why'd you kill her, Carlo? Your gripe was with me. She was collecting the money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living.
Oddly, I don't remember this section. And you'd think that this extra Egyptian theme might be enough to stay in my mind, but I imagine I'm gonna run in here and get in a gunfight and that's it.
She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take a dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's for the best, kid.
You were washed up, kid! You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere!
Maybe. but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself, so did little boy. You did it to make a quick buck, and Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money, all I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
So it sounds like this guy might be working on his own instead of for his mobster boss. Having their flashlights on right now is probably not a good idea. It's gonna make them sitting ducks. Are we even gonna get in a shootout, or?
You're making a big mistake, Arcaro.
That's one. We got some more.
Find some cover.
Come on, Cole. Carlo's a dead. Hammond too. We'll find him.
Somebody's up here. And of course, the only reason I knew that he was up there was because.
Where are you? You whiny cocksucker.
Because of the map. He's still up there according to the map.
Throw out the guns.
There was sure a lot of conversation happening, considering between two people when only one of them, when there was like 5 people.
Kill a cop,
Yeah.
and it's the electric chair.
And we're done.
It's time to come out now, Hammond.
Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. The Scania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps!
I'm hearing rumors of a fight that was fixed, of gangsters looking to get square, that LAPD cops might be involved. Either of you two sons of bitches know anything about that?
No, sir.
So, the dead wop who turned up in this theater, who used to be a boxing manager, who murdered Candy Edwards, has nothing to do with the fix?
Absolutely not.
Earl, you're doing venereal disease citations until you can learn to stop lying to me. Phelps, got anything to add?
No, sir.
Get your uniform from your locker. You're back on the street.
So, we went through this case and we get kind of demoted at the end. Because Cole decided to do something because Cole decided to let him go, which in all honesty, I guess maybe he didn't really even break any laws. Like, he made maybe illegal bets, maybe legal bets, and then he won fair and square. So maybe that was it. And let's see. I missed one clue, and it's almost certainly at the hotel, but I couldn't find it at all. Maybe it was glitched. I did $183 in vehicle damage, which is a ridiculous amount, and I only got 1 of 3 questions correct. So this whole case, which has been rather long because of all the meandering between trying to unlock cars and do the side quests, took a really, really long time. Also, all the following sections. This mission in particular feels like it was made by a different team. And so that gets me a 1-star unbecoming case closed. Case notes: with Candy headed to the morgue, you don't have a second chance to get her full story. Let's see what happens here now. We may just move into
187
arson
at 5810 Murata Avenue.
now.
Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
So now we're back to the army morphine missions, which again makes that previous mission almost feel like a DLC element. And I don't know if it was, or if it was, it would be certainly a disappointing extra level to do for DLC. And it puts some characterization on Cole that we probably shouldn't know yet.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
Let's see.
Grown men playing at being bored. You were twice as smart.
Here we've got a car we can try. I would kind of like for the game to be a little bit nicer. Here we have a different morgue. So I don't know if we're ever actually going to have anything to do with this morgue.
The heck?
Or this could be the same morgue. Actually, just through a different doorway.
Where's Baby?
And the same few handful of conversations being said by many, many different voice actors. Which makes very little sense. No, this can't be the same morgue. This is a different one. And so, can we now immediately do a side quest? Street crime? No, we can't. That makes all the sense in the world. And let's see. Yeah, let's look at the statistics. We are now at storied case probably 16, which gives us only 5 more. We've done 29 of 40 street crimes. We have 13 of 30 landmarks, so maybe we'll get somewhere around 15 to 20 done by the entire game. I don't think film reels even show up until you've played the whole game. I think it's an extra thing that unlocks. We'll see. I need 30 more cars and 7 more newspapers, but somehow I'm 64.5% complete with the game. I wish that number was bigger, actually. We've been playing for a long time. Rank 18 of 20. Notebook stuff I don't really care about. Vehicle stuff I don't really care about. Brawling stuff I don't care about. Gunfighting stuff I don't really care about. It says a lot that a significant portion of the statistics in the game I just don't care about. Game time I care about. So we're approaching 19 hours, almost at 19 hours, and they said this game was about 20 hours long if you just did the main story. I guess I'm not really doing just the main story. Like, I am trying to get some of the collectibles, so that's adding probably about 7 hours of gameplay. But we'll see how far. What'll probably happen more than likely is I'll finish the main story and just be like, okay, I've done as much as I feel is necessary. So certainly I'm not going to get all the achievements in this game, because you'd have to get 5 stars on all the cases, which means you'd have to play the vast majority of the game perfectly using a walkthrough over again, and that's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm not achievement hunting here. I'm simply trying to show somewhat of what an average experience of playing a game like this would be, for better or worse. Certainly, if I was just trying to show the main story, I would cut out all the car collecting and everything. And we got one more shield, and that's kind of it. Well, it's been another 50 minutes, so that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.